Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and we are back in the medieval fantasy world, looking at probably the final batch of tiles. And by the end of the episode, I am going to need your feedback because there is some that I'm not too sure which I should choose. So I'm going to take into consideration some of your feedback in the comments as we look at some of these tiles. But first up, we have one that I am definitely gonna choose, and you can already probably tell why. This thing looks amazing. This is one of the large submissions for the dragon side, and I am just kind of like blown away. Like, you can't even see everything that's here because they're not even all loaded. Look, there we go. We loaded some of the horn in there, but there's a huge dead dragon skeleton remains thing over there, but we're gonna get to that in a second. I want to explore. It looks like there's a walkway leading me this way, so let's explore down here. I'm loving the theme of this, the colors of this. We have a giant steel gate here. Oh man, this stuff looks amazing. And it looks like this pathway, should we go this way first? It looks like this is where it's leading me, but I kind of like when there's an alternate way to go, I like exploring the other way first, just in case. Okay, we got a little ravine here with some branches sticking out of the wall. All right, let's travel a little bit further down here and see where this is going to be taking us. So I think we're underneath the wing. The wing is kind of creating almost like just like a skeleton canopy over us. And look at all these rocks and stuff. This is super cool. Oh, that's cool. There's actually water here. It goes below sea level. So here we have the rib cage of this giant dragon. Look at this thing. The skull is amazing. By far, one of my favorite builds here for a tile. Like, that skull looks, and it's missing the bottom jaw too, which is a nice little detail. Or I guess lack of detail when you think about it. And I think we're supposed to be able to get up. When I flew over this thing, I think I saw some gold. You know how the mythology says that dragons really like to hoard their gold. So I think that there is some treasure chests, but I don't know if we're able to get there by foot. Or like, that almost looks like a ladder, like a walkway over there, but it looks way too big for a dwarf like me to be able to get up there. So I'm trying this way first for whatever reason, but it doesn't seem to be working out that well. All right, I think that's where we started over there. So let's try to go over here. It looked like it wrapped around, and like it feels like this is a walkway, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Nah, we're definitely stuck. All right, either I missed the way up or there's not a way to get up on foot. So I'm gonna fly up and then we're gonna work our way back down to see if we can reverse engineer this pathway. If there is a way to do it. Oh, okay, yeah, so that was definitely not... Oh, look at that. I wonder what's over there. But yeah, that is definitely not a pathway that goes anywhere in particular. I could have sworn I saw some hidden gold somewhere. Where did I see that? Was it on the other side over here? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, is there not a way up? So yeah, I went the wrong way. There were two ways to go down here underneath the wing. I just totally missed this direction for some reason. So let's walk up in this direction and see how it leads us. All right, yeah, so I went that way. So now I'm gonna go up this way. And it looked like there was a bit of like a staircase, but it's broken. Ah, yes, here we go. Yeah, so this was a staircase that looks like it's broken. Or it like caved in here with all these rocks around. So I don't know if there's a way to get up it without flying or something, or building something. All right, so we're gonna take the flying shortcut for now. Maybe during the actual, once we have the world established, we can have some type of exploratory like build that'll allow us to get up here, like some makeshift stairs or something that'll bridge that gap. There we go. All right, check this out. All right, we got some, looks like just some treasure chests here that were built out of some of the assets. These things look awesome. So it looks like this gives us like some motivation to venture into the dragon area. Apparently there are rumors of gold chests with riches beyond our wildest dreams, and that can give us a reason to build things or have some type of things that are meant to venture into the very dangerous dragon monster area. All right, so now I'm curious if there's anything up here. So I'm gonna fly up there to this tree thing and see what we can find. All right, I'm just gonna... Oh, there's an egg. That's an egg. I just landed on top of a dragon egg. That's probably not gonna be the best thing. So I think that this really gives some good perspective. Like, look at how big that dragon is right there. Like, that is huge. And then this is the egg. So if we were to imagine some baby dragons, some hatchlings, because we do have another tile that I might include into the world, which I kind of envisioned as a hatchling kind of nest. Not like a nest where the eggs are, but a nest where the actual hatched dragons can be safe and roam free. But yeah, it looks like that's what this whole thing is. This is just a giant nest. All right, so this tile is definitely, this is definitely going into the world. A lot of work clearly went into this. I really appreciate and recognize the amount of work that went into this tile. It looks absolutely amazing, and I am so looking forward to it. Okay, up next, we have some orc tiles to choose from and some human tiles to choose from. We have no elf tiles in this episode. I think we have everything we need for the elf tiles. I reviewed all the submissions and I have my favorite selected, but you're gonna have to wait until we actually build the world to find out whose is who. All right, so I'm gonna do some flying over of these ones because we got some extra large tiles here. So we got 2 extra large orc tiles that I'm torn between. So we got this one right here. It's a lot of open space, very desolate, like I was saying. It's got a couple of watery areas. We got that little pond there. We got this one over here. We got some dark little pathways, and then a small hill here. So there's a lot of room to just create like little orc encampments and stuff on this island, or not island, but on this tile here. And then our second tile, ooh, actually, I didn't see this one with the water yet. There's a lot of little watery things going around there. So this one is more of like a big mound. So if we were to build like the main orc encampment, it would be up on this circular area. And this is like a very, very large mound. Here, let's go around the back here. Yeah, so this would definitely be kind of like the position of it as well. It would be at the edge of the map like that. So the back of this would be pointing towards the wall. So yeah, I don't know which of these two. We can only choose one extra large tile, and these two were my favorites out of all the submissions. There were only like maybe 3 or 4 extra large anyway. But yeah, these two are the ones that I'm torn between. So do you want the flatter one, or do you want the taller one? So leave that in the comments down below. Which one of these things do you think would be a better fit? And if you have a reasoning behind it, let me know, because maybe you'll give me a good reason on why I might want to include it. Okay, and then we have some familiar tiles here. This one we looked at last time, but this one over here is a slightly updated version or improved version of one of the ones we were looking at. So I think these two are going to be the large tiles for the orc section. So we got this one here, a small little side encampment, and then this one here will have another side encampment. However, there is a new tile that I wanted to look at here that I'm not too sure about, which is this one, which was submitted for the orcs, but I'm a little bit on the fence about it because, oh, there's actually already encampment stuff built in here. We got little tents and stuff here. We got some giant blood-spewing mountain or something. Whoa, what is that? Oh, I thought that was like a person on top of that. So yeah, this is interesting. Oh, those are like drops of the red liquid. I'm assuming it's blood. It might be, I don't know, maybe there's some type of thing in that orcs harvest out of the ground that also happens to be red. But yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. I like the way that this looks. This is really cool, but it does feel a little bit out of place for this world, especially with these silo things here. I don't know if the orcs would have something like this, but leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think about this tile as opposed to those other slightly simpler ones. This one's definitely more complex, but I don't know if the orcs are... I don't know if this warrants complexity for the orcs necessarily. So that's where your comments are going to come into play here. And it looks like we also have a cave for the orcs as well. Yeah, so not a bad tile at all. I'm just trying to think about what would fit in the world better for the orcs, especially considering the other tiles that have been made. So let me know if you think I should use those two or should replace one of those two with this one here. Okay, so now we have the human section. So we looked at this tile last time. This tile is a definite yes. We're using this for one of the large tiles on the human section. And for the large tiles, the only other large tile that I think fit decently was this one here as well. So these are going to be the offshoots from the main section, but we have 2 to choose from for the extra large section. And remember, the extra large section for the human area is going to be a significant location because that is where we're going to be building the castle, the main castle. So here is the first one. There's one thing about this one that I'm not too sure about, and that is the fact that we have this upper pond area, but I can't fill this with water because otherwise the water level will just move up to that level. So we could just use the blue as our marker as the water, and it's just going to be like a pseudo water thing, and we can just kind of, you know, pretend. So that's always an option. But this over here, this big lot would be where the castle is located. So that means that the castle would be this size, which now that I'm looking at it, this is a pretty decent size. Imagine if we just have this entire area walled, and then we can put whatever we want inside. So that's a pretty decent size. You can see we got a bunch of roads and stuff, and then up on this like elevated level, this is where we can put some of like the huts and like the houses and stuff for the village. We got a stream that goes all the way around the back. We've got farmland and stuff, so we can put some farming structures out here. So yeah, a lot of potential for this one. But yeah, key thing to remember is that that is where the castle would be located, and the castle is going to be a core build of the series. Okay, and then the other extra large tile that we have to choose between is this one right here. So for this one, we have all of these roads and everything starting out in the front there. And then I'm assuming that this plateau here would be the castle. So I think it is slightly bigger. However, it's not quite as flat. Like, it does have, like, the gradual hills coming up. So it would be a pretty long, like, rectangular castle if we filled in the whole area. And this is, like, a little lake over here with a dock on it. A very round lake. And then for this area, there's one thing I'm uncertain about with this one, and that is there's these mounds in between the roads, which I feel like it might make it difficult to place buildings next to the roads and stuff. So I'm not sure. We could place buildings like on top of these mounds, but I feel like the keeping things level might be a little bit difficult with this one. So yeah, these are the 2 ones. Personally, I think I'm leaning towards that one over there with the big clearing for the castle. This one does have a little bit more like vegetation or like trees and stuff, whereas this one's a little bit more open over there. So I definitely need your feedback between those 2 tiles. So yeah, we have to choose between orc tiles and we have to choose between these human tiles. So leave those comments down below, and also let me know about the dragon tiles. Let me know if you had any particular favorites from the previous episodes. Because when it comes to the extra large tile, you guys chose the one that had the dragon inside. That one seemed to be the favorite. But we need one more large tile, and there were quite a few large tiles. I am leaning towards the one that could have the dragons, or the dragonlings. Is that what you call them? The baby dragon nest, not nest, but like oasis inside. I'm leaning a little bit more towards that one, and that one also had a bunch of the mazes and stuff. So I think that would be a pretty cool tile to have the baby dragons hidden inside. So yeah, if you are a creator of any of these tiles that are either getting in the series or getting under consideration of the series, I will be trying to find out who created these, because one final thing that needs to happen is we just need to make the color of the land for all of the tiles that are going to be next to each other. Like, especially this one right here, whoever made this tile didn't go all the way to the edge with their ground color. But one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving a consistent ground color to all of the tile creators. Oh, look, I didn't even realize, look at all of the vegetation by the water on this one. That's really cool. I didn't get close enough to see that before. So yeah, I will be reaching out to the creators if I can find them. Hopefully that won't be too hard of a process. And then we will be hopefully creating a uniform ground color. And that shouldn't be too hard to change and update in the tile editor. I'll just give you the hex code. And then you just color at least the edges. Just the edges, so that the edges have a smooth transition into the other tiles. Like, we got these 2 tiles right here that are just slightly different colors. So you see this edge right here. So what we're going to be doing is trying to make this all uniform for all the different sections. So the dragons, the orcs, the elves, and the humans. But the elves and the humans are pretty much just green, so that shouldn't be too hard. I think they're already pretty well coordinated for the elves and the humans. So yeah, hopefully next week we will actually have the world, and we will start looking at the actual physical creations that we're going to be putting into the world, probably starting with some of the castle stuff. So for those of you who are building creations, looking for siege equipment, looking for castle things, looking for houses, looking for anything for the orcs, like the orc camps and stuff, like weapons would be cool. Like not even just like siege weapons, but just handheld weapons as decoration, just to add to the various places. Transportation, I guess horse and carts might be kind of hard to do, but I'd love to see what you guys are going to come up with. I haven't been looking through the creations just yet, so you guys might already have a lot of this stuff made, but just giving you a hint on where things should be going. Anyway, shorter episode than usual because we didn't have quite as much to go through because we're starting to wrap it up. But I hope you guys are enjoying. I'll be looking at your feedback in the comments. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.